This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit? One, puff, puff, then we pass. Then we pass. Then we pass.
One, two, we are coming for you. 3, 4, and we
kick in the door.
5, 6, yeah. Come on, man. What you know about all that?
Bars.
What you know about all of that?
Do this for a living.
Yeah, man. Speaking of bars,
period.
We out here. What's going on, man? You all right?
We back with another one.
I see you got your Prince Purple on.
You already know.
I'm loving it.
I wanted to make sure that it's understood that we've been out here in these streets and pay homage to highest notes.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're doing.
Highest notes movie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bring that thing on
Come
back.
Come on, man.
When we had did the rooftop situation. We was out there chilling.
It was a scene.
Pink gorilla, excuse me, not pink elephant. One of the pinks.
Come on now.
They came through, represented with us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
Absolutely.
It was a moment.
It was a moment indeed.
I was feeling like recalling that moment.
Okay, well you look good. I see what you're doing and I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's your man EarthTone.
And your man the real Peasy holding you down with the right dose of the highest notes.
Come on, man. Quality over quantity all day, day.
Get a little taste of the nipple, though.
Yeah, man. Look at that. Popping on out.
Popping.
You know what I'm saying?
Out.
What we got for him today? This is the little abbreviated micro segments.
Abbreviated.
You know what I'm saying? We give you a little quick rundown, a little taste. It's like a sampler. You know when you get the sampler at the restaurant?
Sampler.
You get the ribs, you get some chicken wings.
Mouth watering.
You get a little bit of steak.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Damn.
That wasn't it.
I was there with you though. I had you. I held you down with the ad-lib. You know what I'm saying? Irregardless.
Bone chicken wow wow. You already holding me down.
Come on, man, with the right dose. Come on.
Notes, right.
Yeah.
So this is episode 69, right?
60 at.
Both worlds.
You know what I'm saying?
Star 69.
Come on, man. Look what we did there.
We're not gonna say
Stop it.
Shout out Pride Month situation.
Hey.
Happy Pride Month to y'all.
Yes.
Hope y'all celebrating this safely and luxuriously, biatch, with all the drip in the world. Keep doing that.
Absolutely. And happy Juneteenth.
Happy
for
Juneteenth.
Everybody out there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Don't get that in.
It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
All right, so I like to start us out with the needle drop.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few little joints popping on out there. We've been listening to. We've been checking out.
Okay.
Y'all living.
Simmering and bubbling.
You know what I'm saying? Showing them some love.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roy Shafiq.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? With that new flow. Let me see if I can throw that on real quick.
I like the name. Roy Shafiq.
Roy Shafiq. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
I just happened to be doing my internet buzz thing. You know what I'm saying? Looking around, and it just kind of popped up, you know, in the little, they in the scene. They in the mix.
Got you.
Shout out to, you know, DJ Baker out there.
Yeah.
I think that's where he came from.
Okay, maybe.
Something like that.
More than likely.
Shout out. Big Free Dia. Big Frida.
Come on now.
With a new one, $100 bill. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
It's giving sexy cunt bounce situation.
Nah, that's my jam. I ain't gonna lie.
It's kind of bopping. She got the one and only ally.
Come on, CC.
C-I-A.
Yeah. She bringing life to that thing. I love it.
She definitely is bringing life. We got a new situation here. If you heard of Christine and the Queens.
You know put me on a little bit.
Yeah, they out there popping. They're a French singer, choreographer, and dancer. Okay. So they have like a, you know, genderqueer, non-binary. So, you know, then you already know the situation. And they got 070 Shake on the record. The song is called True Love. Ooh, 070 kind of minimal Shake? Electro situation.
That's Jersey right there, 070.
You already know.
Come on now.
You know, Jersey boys is here.
Okay, well, shout out to them.
Shout out to them. The next one, we're going to give it up for this queen right here. You already know her very well. Lil' Kim.
Come on now.
It is the 50th anniversary of hip-hop this month. Or excuse me, this year.
Yeah.
And she's kind of been, everybody that has been around that's like had careers in hip-hop.
They've been going crazy.
There's been events all over the place.
Yeah.
And Kim is been... highlighted on Double XL's latest cover, celebrating June, you know what I'm saying, for the 50th anniversary.
Okay,
so
come
I
on,
peeped
Kim.
that, and I thought it would be dope to show her some love because she's been an ally since the beginning. So I gave her Big Mama thing, you know what I'm saying, representing with another ally, Jay-Z. Shout out to them.
Okay, dope.
And that leads us to the fifth song that we got sampled by Lil' Kim on Big Mama thing, and that's Sylvester. Was it something that I said? Was it something that I said? So that's what I was playing for you a little earlier. So
okay.
And if you can imagine, that's on, you know, Big Mama thing on Hardcore. She coming out with her debut album, and they sample Sylvester, a pretty well known disco out artist.
Yeah.
So like she's been representing for us since the very beginning.
That's so dope.
And Big Mama thing is definitely a highlight. Was it something that I said? Shout out to Sylvester. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You already know he's still going. We celebrating.
Absolutely.
And so with that, I'm gonna take y'all to the streets
Come
for
on
a
now.
little bit. Let's
Come on
do
now.
it. Let's
Get
do it.
into
Let's
it.
do it. Straight into it. Shout out to SZA. You know what I'm saying?
SZA
scoring her first Hot 100 Billboard #1 period.
Wait,
with Kill Bill.
I forgot. Wait, where's she from? You remember where she from?
No, we're doing this.
Woo! I forgot.
Where is she from? I forgot where she from.
ADW Jersey.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Stop it.
We're really doing
Stop
this.
it.
You
We
have
out
your
here.
shit. Don't we
Right.
already discussed Jersey.
I'm sorry. It's been a minute.
Oh my God. Shout out to Jersey.
Come on now. Give it
whatever.
up. You got to give it up.
Give it up to Jersey. SZA, one and only. We reviewed her album not too long ago.
I think, did I give it a...
You definitely gave it the Jersey curve. You definitely gave it up. You definitely did. And we're not going to forget that. But she did deliver a excellent album.
The Jersey curve.
Just, you know, for the man sitting right next to me. But nonetheless, Kill Bill from SOS. She did finally the first #1 hit song of her career. That's a pretty big deal.
That's huge.
To kind of own that moment.
It's been up there for a while now.
It has been on heavy
It's
rotation.
a good song, man.
Oh, it is a very good song. It's so good that when I went to a park not too close from where I stay at, I'm hearing little kids. They gotta be no older than 6 or 7 years old.
They singing.
Talking about I just killed my ex. Not the best idea. You know what I'm saying?
That's adorable.
So these kids is learning to kill their ex.
That's funny.
And that is not the best idea.
But that is funny that's a
hilarious.
hit. Like she turned that into a hit.
It's absolutely a hit song. So shout out to SZA, you know, for getting that.
Pictures.
And of course, Doja Cat, another Q+ artist, was just dropped the remix for it, and that was like the point when it went to #1.
And she's spitting on it.
She definitely is spitting. She's definitely giving.
Like she came to spit.
Doja, she did. Finally. Finally. All right. Next up, FDA relaxes the rules on blood donations from openly gay men or all gay men. Instead of a full-out ban, you get a questionnaire basically on your recent sexual activity, and they can't accept donations from people who are using PrEP and have had sex in the past 3 months. So basically, everybody that's gay. Still, but you know, I guess if you're a little bit more conservative, you could give blood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the FDA, I guess, for relaxing those rules. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for relaxing.
Thank you kindly. Namibia is an African country. We last time discussed Uganda and their whole rash of anti-gay bills and whatnot. But Namibia, a neighboring country, decided on the highest court that they made a historic ruling now recognizing same-sex marriages performed legally in other countries between Namibian citizens and foreign nationals. So people who immigrate to Namibia, if they already married, they recognize in those marriages if they're same-sex. And it came from a case between a lesbian couple, or one from a lesbian couple and a homosexual couple, gay male couple. And the Supreme Court agreed that marriages should be recognized.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty much homosexuality is still legal in Namibia, dating back to like 1927 from these anti-sodomy laws, but they don't really enforce that. They're like one of the countries like, hey, we're not fucking with you on that. There's an old ass law, and they're gonna work on getting that law repealed or whatever. But for now, they're recognizing the marriages, and I think that's a big deal in an African country, heavily homophobic, heavily religious. You already know how it goes.
I mean,
so shout out. And last but not least, let's talk about B-Boy Blues for a hot second.
Okay.
All right. So B-Boy Blues is a movie that is based on a book that came out in 94.
94, okay.
By James Earl Hardy.
Yep.
And it's said to be that he was the first author to publicly talk about homosexual, gay male, black male love in a literary, piece.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of really that's what I've been seeing.
Okay.
Like that's the language. So he's kind of giving language. So basically what you get in the book, you read the book, right?
Yeah, I did. That was like one of the first like black gay pieces of literature I wrote like all the way through.
That you read all the way through.
Yeah, like I was introduced to it probably early 2000s is when I read it. And it's an interesting story, and he puts it like in terms that you can understand. It's on some like inner city young black kid running around, falling in love, and catching all types of bumps and bruises. It's a dope love story, and it has its own slang and all of that. Like it's very it puts you in that world. So I read the book, and then they had a play. They did a play a few years ago, and they had it was an interesting cast. I knew a couple of people in the cast. Shout out to Brian. He was in the cast as well on the play.
In the movie, right?
He was in the play as well.
Oh, there's a play for it too.
This was before the movie came out.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
I didn't know about the play.
Yeah, it ran for like a week or two, like 10 days or something like that.
And Brian was in the play too.
And I caught one of the showings. And it was dope. It was interesting seeing it, come to life live in a play form, and then to have the movie come out. I went to a screening of it, actually. They played it at the Magic Johnson Theater up in Harlem, and I went and saw it, and it was dope, man. The actors did their thing. They did really good casting. And it's pretty much like based on James Earl Hardy's, actual story. It's one of his, love stories, and it's the same story. It's like, the somewhat effeminate black gay dude falling in love with the supposedly straight hard dude from the street, and getting everything that comes with that. He has a kid, and that whole everything that plays out with that. He has straight friends that don't know what's going on, and then they end up. It's a lot, and it's dope, and they cover all of those bases, and it's a full on like story. They take you on a journey with it, and you kind of got to see how it plays out at the end, and it's dope, man. I fucks with it.
Shout out to the entire cast. And also, I like to point out that the movie was produced by the one and only Jussie Smollett.
Exactly.
He was big behind this whole situation.
Yep.
The movie definitely struck a little bit of a different chord for me. Shout out to Brian, who's in the movie, and Samson McCormick. I saw him have an appearance in the movie as well. Yes. We definitely know them. We're familiar with them. And they, okay, so the movie for me, I get what it's doing. I definitely feel like it's a timepiece because that is a pretty old book, like maybe 30 years. It's recent,
early
but
90s.
In terms of like how far the gay culture has progressed, it's a lot of the stuff that we talk about even now kind of started from that book. A lot of the archetypes and the stereotypes, unfortunately, come from stuff like that.
Yep.
And you see them play out in this movie, and that also kind of bothered me about it. Is all of the stuff that you expect, or that I feel like the media makes black men or gay black men want to see in themselves being played out, but it was a piece for its time, and I understand that because nobody else was giving voice to us in that time period. So it had to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just my whole thing. Like, sometimes you see some of those same stereotypes play out against us now. I feel like they shouldn't define us, but I don't think that's maybe a problem with the movie per se as it is with just society in general. They still kind of stick those labels on gay black men, and they kind of put people into those boxes, into those roles, when it's not really about all of that.
Yeah.
But that's society's problem. But for the movie, I thought it was all right. I think the actors did their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like, there wasn't really like a show stopping, but I definitely felt it in the end when they finally realized they were in love with each other.
Yeah.
And they kind of really were everything to each other. Yeah. And I thought that was kind of cool. It was cute. But Brian, seeing him get knocked out, I don't know. That's like, he definitely was giving thug performance, some kind of like thug porn performance.
And they have like a series. He had like 2 books after that, I think. The B-Boy Blues. It was like a series. So the way it kind of ended like it left you like wanting a little bit more. It didn't really kind of bring a lot of closure.
Was it like a cliffhanger type thing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Where's it gonna go after that?
Yeah.
How long is that relationship gonna last?
Yeah. But I mean, it was a lot, but it was cute. And you got to think it was based on, you know, like some real life events type shit. So it's not like this is just a part of, you know, a lot of shit that happens in a lot of different, you know, colors and shades of this whole community. But it was just interesting to see it on a big screen. It was interesting having the people that was involved with it, you know, kind of come out and support it. But you should definitely go check it out. I think it was on BET Plus. It was streaming.
Yeah, I definitely got my BET Plus add-on with my Amazon subscription.
You know okay, Amazon, come on.
Shout out. And, you know, I feel we, you know, kind of split on Jussie Smollett, but, you know, good on him for taking the time and the opportunity out to produce something like that for, you know, his own community.
Do some kind of,
he gets points for that a little bit, giving back. But that's what's up in the streets.
Okay.
You know
Okay. Well, speaking of the streets, you're always listening. You got your ears to the streets.
We definitely got the ears.
So we're going to take another first listen. We got a duo on our hands.
Shout out.
Q Plus artist called Virgo Gang. By way of Hotlanta, Georgia. They recently came together, so fresh out onto the music scene. The group was founded last summer, 2022. There's not a ton of information. Actually, not only there's not a ton of information, there's pretty much no more information other than that on them. I stumbled upon them on Instagram, and I saw the video for one of their songs. And they had an interesting look, and I liked the way they was, you know, they had presence on the music. So I was like, all right, let me check them out. CEO and Exclusive. That's the 2 individuals. They come together, Virgo Gang.
Okay.
Shout out to them. So we gave it a quick listen.
We did give it.
We gave it a run through, and we're gonna give you our initial knee jerk reaction and grade for this shit it annoying.
What do we give them?
So. You want me to start it off?
You know what? You started it off last. I did throw it to you last time. So I'll take this one.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a break and take the reins on this one.
Ahead.
So I gave this one a Sir Reginald James 20. Ooh. And I thought the song was all right.
20?
I thought it was all right. It's cute. That nigga gay.
Oh, wow.
Gay.
That nigga ain't straight.
That nigga gay. I'm not necessarily that crazy about the record.
Okay.
It's a bit reductive, but I don't know. Like, it didn't really move me, and there was some serious quality issues with the song. So here's the thing: like, we heard it. I heard many times like clicks in the song where it's like. The bass is a bit too distorted, and that will happen if you're not watching your levels in your production. When you print the song and then you send it to the different distributions, and they have different compression, you know, mechanisms to make the song sound, and it's gonna exaggerate that noise. So it was very prominent in the song, and it's a bit distracting. So it's like hard to get into a song that you hear and you know doesn't have good sound quality issues. It's like, So I had to take up some serious points for that. And the song was not really like doing it for me.
Wow.
I'm just saying, it's not really.
You gave it a what? 2-0?
2-0.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir Reginald. I feel like I ain't seen my homie in a minute.
He outside.
Reggie,
He's still outside.
Yeah, see,
still outside.
Okay. So first listen, appreciate it. I liked it a little bit better. I gave it a 36% mid.
Okay.
That nigga ain't straight. That nigga gang. I like their voices. Like they got interesting voices. They're kind of distinct. They sound similar, but you could tell it's two different people, and they play off each other. They got a good chemistry.
Yeah.
The concept, I can't recall hearing a song with this concept yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it stands out, it's unique.
Originality.
We can't say nothing about the originality, creativity. I was like, okay, and they bold enough to just come out. It's a straightforward joint. It's hit you in the face. It's telling you what it is. The hook is the best part.
Yeah.
Once they get into the bars, I didn't really hear any that I was like, all right, let me jot this down and use this as one of the, reference point. But it was entertaining. And the beat was like, it wasn't that dynamic. It was a pretty straightforward loop. It had a couple drops. But I like the way they bounced off each other well with the energy. And then it's actually highlighting a bigger issue in the black community. Yeah. Which is like, all right, motherfucker can't just be himself. Yeah. Without being like, okay, well, what's going on with him? Is he gay? Like, he might just be a little bit different. He liked to paint his nails. He liked to, most of his friends are females, whatever. Like,
if that's a bad
all of a
thing.
sudden, those are red flags, and he got to be, And then sometimes people, how I always try to be an advocate for teen bisexual. Sometimes people like, they don't even feel comfortable enough being interested in both sexes because they feel like, all right, they're going to get judged for, swaying either way. And then you end up doing some extra crazy shit trying to be discreet or don't want to get caught out there. But you can't, fight your nature and your temptation, so you end up doing some wild shit. But
fighting temptation,
all of that, and then you hear the song and it has all of the connotations is just like, it's like a bouncy, chilly, and then they got like a little comedic feel to it, almost as like a Abbott and Costello type of vibe in the mic as well.
I guess so.
Which it was kind of, if you look at it from like almost like a spoofy aspect, it was like I liked it. I want to see the video. Do they have a video for it?
I don't think so.
I would love to see a video for this.
I don't think so. I don't know, but I didn't really go see if they had a video. But is it really a thing that only girls smoke hookah though? That part killed me because it was just a discussion. There's a lot of discussion about that. Really, that's definitely some Southern shit.
But that was another podcast I saw had a clip, and they was asking that question, like, can straight men smoke hookah?
I just heard it be as a joke on like Power 105.
I guess because you gotta suck on a little piece, so it's like a straight man can't just be seen like
literally
motherfuckers is extra. Like, shut up.
Literally like smoking.
I hate people.
It's a smoking.
I hate people, but it is what it is. That was the first listen. Shout out to Virgo Gang, gay. Go check that shit out. Streaming on all platforms.
I fuck with hookah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that gay.
I mean,
all right. Well, speaking of smoking hookah, we're gonna have a smoking session in the smoking section. I love the smoking section. You know what I'm saying?
I know you too.
I love it over here. Speaking of,
let's light up for a little bit.
Let's do a little.
I got my little thing in honor.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Let's get it popping.
ASMR. All right, listen. We're going to get into it. So the question of the day is... Can you drink weed?
Oh.
Can you drink it?
Question? Tell me how you feel about me. I got my own rings.
Come on now, don't give me Young say. All right, Crescent 9 THC Seltzer. That's the name. Remember it. Don't wear it out.
Okay.
New beverage. They just debuted the Debut, New Orleans. They out in a few bars down there. They was big during Mardi Gras. They're providing an option for, it's an alternative for people that don't drink alcohol. Apparently, there's a study out there that lists that a third of the population don't consume alcohol. So it's a lot of people out there that go to the bar and they don't want to, they need something else.
Make it feel like it's illegal in some places.
What?
To drink, like to not drink. If you go to a bar, like you gotta drink something.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to give them an alternative, something that they could order that they might be, all right, this ain't alcohol, but it give me a little, And it's legal because it contains hemp and less than 0.3% of Delta-9 THC, which allows it to be, served federally legal under the radar.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So, but this company that you're talking about is based in Louisiana, in New Orleans?
I'm actually not 100% sure where they're based.
I feel like that's
where they debuted.
Okay.
But I think they are based down there. But that's where they started. They got it in a couple of bars down there. And they tried it out, and apparently, it went over well. And then they spread it to Nashville recently, within I think the last month or so, and apparently it's popping down there as well. So it has like a fast-acting euphoric effects, typically experienced within 15 to 30 minutes of consumption.
Oh, shit.
So you start getting that little high feeling, pretty soon after drinking it. And it's not just seltzer water. They blend it with natural flavors. They say it's like pureed fruits and juices.
Oh.
I was like, all right, because I don't really mess with the seltzer like that. So I'm like, but I would try it if it got the real fruits and juices in it. You know what I mean?
You don't mess with salsa?
I'm not a big salsa guy.
But we did a song called Salsa Water.
I know. Salsa water is my shit. That song, but actual salsa water. You know how them cats, they get to something that they don't like, they be like, bleh. That's how I be with salsa water.
That's how it is?
Yeah, I don't like salsa water.
Tequila salsa for me all day.
Tequila, with a drink as a chaser, not a chaser, but what do you call it? A mixer. Yeah. But no salsa. But I would drink THC salsa. And T.I. it is, try it out. According to Fortune Business, beverages have become the fastest growing segment of the cannabis market. They expecting $19 billion in revenue by 2028. That's a lot of money. And beverages, we might have to come up with a drink, man. An herbal tea. Come on, the Herbal Tea Podcast presents an actual herbal tea, like a canned herbal iced tea.
We be doing brews all the time. I just did a brew earlier. Like, is it herbal? Is it tea?
We got to get in on the action, fam. We got to get in on it
all day. Let's get the plan ready. Let's get the business plan popping.
Listen, say less. Say less. We out here. All right. Well, the drink is actually available online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and purchase me an order. You know what I'm saying? Try that thing out and see what's going on. I might have to start testing out the competition. Because once we get our thing going, we want to know what's out on the market.
We got to know.
Listen, man. They done set it off. They done messed up. And there you have it, man. What you think? You gonna try the salsa if I order?
I definitely would try that salsa.
We're gonna try the salsa. We're gonna report back.
Yeah.
We getting it in.
For sure.
It's done and done.
We're gonna do that.
And on that note, we gonna do it like we always like to do it. And then on the motherfucking high note.
As we do.
This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit? One, puff, puff, then we pass.